Welcome to Silent Secrets. Today's video is one you cannot afford to skip, because what I'm about to reveal isn't just about relationships. It's about understanding a hidden language women speak, one that most men misinterpret and fail miserably at. Let me be absolutely blunt here. If a woman opens up to you, if she starts telling you her struggles, frustrations, or doubts, she isn't just venting. She's not giving you random noise. She's doing something far deeper. She's testing you in ways you don't even realize. She's showing you a side of herself that's carefully hidden from almost everyone else. And here's the truth. If you misread that moment, you might unknowingly push her away. Not because you're a bad man, but because you didn't understand what she was really asking for. So, sit tight. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why women share their problems with you, but also how to respond in a way that sets you apart from 99% of men out there. What I'm going to give you is the blueprint of emotional strength, the kind that earns a woman's respect, her trust, and yes, her attraction. Why women share their problems with you. Here's something most men never stop to consider. Women don't open up to just anyone. In fact, in day-to-day life, most women carry their burdens silently. They laugh with their friends, keep up appearances at work, and carry on with life while suppressing a storm inside. So, when she chooses you to share her emotions with, that's not casual. That's not random. That's trust. Think about it. If she tells you about how her boss belittled her in a meeting, how she feels overlooked by her friends, or how she doubts her own abilities, she's not merely complaining. She's giving you access to her inner world. She's revealing her raw humanity. That's sacred territory. And what she's watching is how you handle it. Do you listen? Do you dismiss it? Do you get annoyed? Or do you hold steady, creating a space where she feels safe? Because here's the truth. Women aren't looking for solutions in that moment. They're looking for presence. Now, let me make this crystal clear. Women are naturally emotional beings, yes. But emotions are not handed out carelessly. They are reserved for the few people a woman trusts with her vulnerability. When she shares her inner battles with you, she's essentially asking, "Can I lean on this man without him collapsing?" If you meet that test with calm strength, with your grounded energy, you instantly become different from almost every man she's ever met. The hidden test. You don't know you're taking. Here's the part most men never realize. When a woman shares her struggles with you, you're not just listening to words. You're taking a test, whether you realize it or not a manipulative, game-playing test. A primal, instinctive one. See, women are wired to reveal parts of themselves as a way of measuring a man's stability. They're not thinking about it logically. It's instinct. When she shows you her stress, her sadness, or her insecurities, she's silently asking, "Can this man remain steady when I'm not?" Most men fail. They dismiss her. It's not a big deal. Don't stress, or they crumble. "Wow, that's crazy. I wouldn't even know what to do." Or they overreact. "How dare your friends treat you like that? You should cut them off right now." Each of those reactions communicates weakness, not strength. But a man who stays calm, listens intently, and responds with grounded presence passes the test. He proves that he's not easily shaken. He shows her that he can handle weight without adding chaos. And that, my friend, is magnetic. Women crave stability. They respect men who can remain centered when emotions swirl. If you can be that man, you'll notice something. Her trust in you grows deeper, and her attraction to you intensifies. Why listening beats solving? Every time now, here's where many men trip up: the urge to fix. Men are natural problem solvers. We see an issue. We want to provide a solution. Car breaks down, fix it. Computer crashes? Troubleshoot it. Someone complains? Offer advice. So when a woman says, "My boss doesn't appreciate me," most men instinctively say, "Then quit." Find a better job. Logical? Yes. Helpful? No. Because here's the thing. When she's sharing her problem, she's not asking you to be her mechanic. She's asking you to be her anchor. What she wants in that moment is not your solution. It's your presence. She wants to feel understood, not dismissed. She wants to feel seen, not brushed off. Listening, therefore, is more powerful than fixing, because listening builds intimacy. And intimacy is what she's truly craving. When you slow down, look at her, nod, and say something like, That must feel tough. I get why you'd be upset. You've done more for her than any 10-step solution plan ever could. You've validated her reality. You've told her, "You're safe to be human with me." And the man who makes a woman feel safe in her vulnerability? That's the man she bonds with. Emotional vulnerability is her way of choosing you. Here's something most men miss entirely. When a woman opens up emotionally, she's not just talking. She's choosing you. Women do not hand out their raw emotions like flyers on the street. They guard them. So when she decides to reveal her insecurities, her fears, or her frustrations, what she's really saying is, "I trust you with the unpolished version of me." That's not small. That's monumental. Most men don't realize this. They roll their eyes, treat it as drama, or half listen while scrolling their phone. What they don't see is that they're squandering the deepest form of connection a woman can offer. Because once a woman feels foolish for opening up, once she feels dismissed or unseen, she shuts down. And once she shuts down, she doesn't open up again. Attraction fades. But when you meet her vulnerability with calm presence, when you show her that her emotional storms won't knock you off balance, you step into a category most men never enter. You become her safe place. And trust me, once a woman feels that safety, her respect, trust, and attraction for you grow in ways you can't imagine. Sharing problems. Invitation to intimacy. Let's go deeper. When a woman shares her struggles with you, she's extending an invitation. She's saying, "Here's a side of me most people will never see. Do you want to step in closer? Or are you going to stay on the surface?" Your response decides everything. Imagine she tells you how embarrassed she felt when her boss criticized her in front of others. She's speaking quickly, emotions flooding out. If you cut her off with, "You should have stood up for yourself," you've missed the invitation. But if you stay steady, look her in the eyes and respond with, "That must have been tough, but I admire how you handled it," you've just drawn her closer. That's the subtle power most men don't see. Women bond through vulnerability. When she lets you in emotionally, she's signaling that she's ready to let you in on deeper levels, mentally, spiritually, and yes, even physically. Reject her invitation, and the door closes. Accept it and the bond grows. Don't fix her. Ground her. Let me give you one of the most important distinctions you'll ever learn. Women don't need you to fix them. They need you to ground them. When a woman pours her stress onto you, she doesn't want step-by-step solutions. She wants steady energy. Think about it. If she's already overwhelmed, the last thing she needs is a logical checklist. What she craves is presence, someone who listens calmly, someone who validates her feelings without making it worse. That's what grounding is. You don't fight her storm. You don't try to control it. You don't run away from it. You simply remain unshaken while it passes, and in doing so, you become the steady rock she can lean on. That, my friend, is far more attractive than being a fixer. The hard truth, not every problem is yours to carry. Here's a reality check. Just because she shares her problems with you doesn't mean you have to carry them. A lot of men confuse support with self-sacrifice. They absorb her stress, take her burdens onto their shoulders, and slowly drown in them. And guess what? That doesn't make her respect you. It makes her lose respect for you. Why? Because a man who collapses under her emotions communicates weakness. She doesn't want you to sink into her chaos. She wants you to stand tall despite it. That's what Stoicism is all about. Not being cold, not being distant, but being centered, being rooted in your own emotional balance, regardless of external storms. If you can listen, empathize, and yet remain grounded in your own frame, she will respect you deeply. But if you take on her every problem like it's your mission to solve, you stop being her partner and start being her crutch. And women don't fall in love with crutches. They fall in love with anchors. Conclusion. The man she respects is the man she keeps. Let's bring this home. When a woman tells you her problems, she's not asking you to solve her life. She's not asking you to absorb her chaos. She's testing, silently, instinctively, whether you can remain calm, strong, and centered while she lets her guard down, fail the test, and she pulls back. Pass the test, and she draws closer. The man she respects is the man who listens without losing himself, The man she keeps is the one who can steady her storms without being destroyed by them. So don't confuse love with self-sacrifice. Don't collapse under the weight of her emotions. Don't become her fixer or her therapist. Instead, stand tall. Listen. Hold steady. Show her through your presence that you're unshaken. Because women never forget the man who remains grounded. They never forget the man who can handle their rawest emotions with calm strength. That's the man they respect. That's the man they miss. And that's the man they fight to keep. Be that man. Her anchor, not her baggage.